I heartily welcome you to this webinar today, A Restful Mind and a Resilient Heart. I heartily welcome Sister Sarita on behalf of all the participants on this webinar today. It's a great fortune to have someone like Sister Sarita with us to give us some techniques to be restful and have a resilient mind. She's a coach, management trainer, inspirational speaker. She's an international speaker. She's been guiding many individuals towards better self-reliance. She holds an MBA in HR and she's also done her PG diploma in value education and spirituality. In her 25 years of spiritual journey, she has helped many to identify their true self and walk on the path of personal growth and fulfillment in their lives. She's been invited by many corporates, Indian cricket team, and even Indian Army in Kashmir to give the lectures on spirituality. With her pure desire to serve the mankind, she's dedicated her life. She's been invited overseas in many countries, including London, Australia, New Zealand, UAE, and she's passionate about bridging the gap between spirituality and humanity, being before doing. Welcome, Sister Sarita.
Shanti. This webinar will really help all of us about our mindset and how we can give rest to our mind and how we can increase power of mind as well as see the effect of our thoughts on our health, on our heart. A very beautiful sentence which I love the most and which I mention most of the times, and that is, life is 10% what happens to me and 90% how I react to it. So in our life, if any situation comes, any situation occurs, it occurs only for 10%, for a moment. But 90% of our time and energy we just spend on thinking. And a chain of wasteful thoughts, a chain of negative thoughts goes on and on and on. And that time we can just experience, we feel that there is non-stop thoughts are going on into our mind. And because of these thoughts, what we feel that our mind sometimes that feel tired, exhausted, because we are thinking on that matter. We are thinking about that situation. We are thinking about that person. You know, actually what happens? Thoughts is a very precious treasure. Thoughts are a great thing if we take care of that. So how I can take care of that? Because our mind, who is the creator of thoughts, it goes on creating thoughts for 24 hours. Now, each and every single thought, it radiates energy. And that energy, it goes to brain center. Our each and every single thought, it radiates energy which goes to 80,000 trillion cells of my body. Now, every cell of our body, it has its own mind, and even that cell has shape like our physical body, a very small shape of physical body. Now, what happens? Our mind keeps on creating negative thoughts, positive thoughts. But what do you think? Majority of the time, what kind of thoughts does our mind create? Majority times, our mind is influenced by some type of negative emotions like fear, anger, hatred, worry, anxiety, jealousy, whatnot. And so what happens? Suppose I just give one example. You are in office and you just receive an email from your boss, and that email says, I need to talk to you as soon as possible. Now, as soon as we read that email, what type of thoughts occur into our mind? Our mind starts to think. The first thought which will come into our mind, and what it would be, am I going to be fired? Second thought, you might think that, oh, I was sick for a few days and so that project was late. Does my boss wants to talk about that? Or third, you might be thinking, I have missed already the deadline of the project. Or the fourth thought, you may think, my boss just wants to talk to me. Or next thought, it may come, does he want to increase my salary? Whatever thought comes, but the first thought comes, am I going to be fired? So whatever situation comes into our life, the first thought, majority times, it may come in the form of negative pattern. Now what happens? Our mind creates that thought, and each and every single thought, it affects my body. Now I and me, they are always in deep conversation. Your mind chats with your body at every moment. So when my mind is anxious, it is worried, so automatically even that energy is radiated to all the cells of my body. And the result is every cell of my body starts to release those neuropeptides which release stress hormones which are called as cortisol. Now these cortisols which are called as stress hormones, they create, they target what we can say weak organ of our body, and those type of stress hormones, they again they give us that feeling of tiredness, exhaustion, and that leads to dis-ease, means I am not at ease. We feel tired, exhausted, we are not happy, and all this happens because of negative thoughts, because of wasteful thoughts. Now, if we just think about positive thoughts, what happens? Suppose if I just come across about a very good news that I'm promoted or something very good happen into my life, now that one single thought, again, which is connected with every cell of my body, when one that single thought it radiates that positive energy to all the cells of my body. And naturally, now all these cells they secrete happy hormones, which are called as endorphins, which give us effect of morphines, happy feeling. So all these, what we can say, happy hormones, they give us the feeling of pooling of energy, feeling of well-being, health, happiness. And yes, this type of energy has healing energy. And in this way, we just, what we can say, we can gain health, happiness, and naturally, there is a lot of energetic feeling that we seek from these type of happy hormones. Not only that, but there is zeal and enthusiasm. We feel energetic. And of course, our mind also, it becomes very peaceful and happy. So in this way, this is the effect of thoughts on our body. Now, at every moment, I and me, they are always in deep conversation. So what we are supposed to do? If suppose anything happens against of my mind and it doesn't happen or it doesn't happen as the way I want, what can I do? Yes, I can do something to keep my mind in rest. I can do something to keep my mind in peaceful state, in stable state, because mind is the biggest asset in the world. Please take care of your mindset. So I have to take care of the thoughts which mind creates. How we can take care of thoughts? Simple. Whatever happens, let me reframe my thoughts. I can reframe my thoughts. Just we can take example of the email. The first thought came for the email, am I going to be fired? Instead of that, I can reframe that thought as, yes, my boss just wants to talk to me. There could be many reasons. Okay, so just let me meet him. So I can reframe my thought. This is very important. So instead of going into negative pattern majority of the times, I can go into positive pattern. And yes, that will save energy of my mind. This is very important because it has been said that our mind, it affects our mind affects surrounding, our mind, it affects our relationship. And so we have to take care of our thoughts. Second, how I can take care of my thoughts. Second thing is important. Many times we just go on complaining. Oh, my boss is very difficult. My boss is demanding. So it's very difficult to work with him. Now, when we say my boss is difficult and demanding, you know, majority of the growth happens when you are in highly demanding situations, when you are working with demanding people. Our growth doesn't happen on yoga mat while you are meditating. Our growth happens when you are sad, when you are frustrated, when you are angry, when there is fear. That time, the growth, the development happens. So, at difficult boss, it means it's a very good chance for improvement. I just want to share with you one example of Brahmakumaris organization. In our organization, there was one senior brother who was called as Jagdish Chandra Hasija, Jagdish Bhai. He was very demanding brother. And the team which was working with him, they had to run with him. Later on, the team realized, yes, the working capacity has increased. Their work efficiency has increased. And so many good things they have learned. So it's very important. Whatever comes into our life, we just have to see the positive side. We just have to see the goodness, right? So instead of complaining, if we just see the goodness in that person, so really that will also make my mind more positive. Third thing, and that is how I can take care of my thoughts so my mind can be restful. Whenever we wake up, what type of thoughts do we create majority of the times? Sometimes we will just complain, oh, my sleep was not okay, it was highly disturbing, I want to sleep, or there is backache, there is body ache. Please stop complaining. Instead of creating such type of complaining thoughts, let us welcome day with fresh mood, with fresh thought, with positive thought, and just say, thank you, God, for giving me a wonderful day. Thank you, God, for really giving me this gift of beautiful day. So, welcome day with a beautiful smile on your face. Give thanks to your bed for giving you a good night's sleep. Give thanks to fan, to AC. Yes, come out of your room and yes, look out of your window and yes, give thanks to everyone. You know what happens? I'm just generating the positive energy into my mind. And when I generate that positive energy, it is going to radiate into all cells of my body. So, this is also very important. Next thing which we can do, and yes, We have to create one particular thought for throughout the day. Back of the mind, I have to keep that thought. I have to remember that thought again and again. Simple one thought. I am a happy being. Today, whole day I am going to spend with zeal and enthusiasm. I am a happy being. I am a happy being. So when I create this type of thought, not only I create, but I nurture that thought throughout the day. What will happen? When you are happy, when your mind is happy, so automatically you are sending that signal, you are sending that message to your surrounding, to the universe. This is also very important. And yes, what happens when the things inside change you? The things inside change you, the outside world changes automatically. So when I'm happy, wherever I go, I will spread that happiness. Next one important thing, okay, no doubt, I have took that thought back of the mind. I'm a happy being, and my mood is very pleasant. And in that mood, now I enter into my office. Now, what happens? Though I'm in a very pleasant mood, but just because of something my colleague just throw one comment to me or my boss criticizes me, now I become disturbed and upset and I start to think, what's happening with me? Actually, today I started my day with such a pleasant mood. And what this I'm hearing, they are criticizing me in spite of so much good work from my side. My colleague is criticizing me. Now, how the circumstance you are taking inside, that's very important. It is not the circumstance, it is not the situation, but the interpretations of the situation. They make you happy or sad. They make you restful or restless. So how you are going to take that criticism? Because all the day you are not going to be appreciated. Not everyone, every single person is going to appreciate you. So if somebody criticizes me, how I'm going to take that? That's very important. Because if that criticism hurts me, means what I'm doing, I'm just disturbing the energy of my mind. Instead of that, can I keep my state of mind in a peaceful way? How? Simple one thing. Can I think in this way? Criticism is a sign of progress. Yes, criticism is a sign of progress because the more I know about my flaws, more I know about my mistakes, my weaknesses, there is more scope to develop myself, to grow myself. This is very important. And you know, nowadays, many people, they are going to counselors. You know why? They are not going to counselors for their diseases. They don't have any disease, but they are going to counselors. They are visiting counselors. They sit with counselors and they ask, please you listen to me. Please you listen my life story and just you tell me what type of weakness do I have? What is my area of life which I have to improve? And of course, for that, counselor charges a very good fee. What about your critics? Whosoever that critics may be, maybe your family member, maybe your boss or your colleague. If they are criticizing, you know what they are doing? They are helping me. They are helping me to show my weakness without charging single penny. And they are doing the service free of cost. Of course, their method might be very different, but if we go in the essence, if we take the conclusion, actually, they have helped me to show my weakness, to show my improvement area of my personality. Isn't it good? So instead of getting disturbed and creating so many thoughts and taking things so seriously into heart, it's just good that accept that criticism as it is and just tell your mind, okay, I will improve this area of my life, this area of my personality, and see what will happen. So this is very important. Next thing, and yes, of course, that is for heart, that is for health of heart. Condition your mind to give unconditional love. It's very important. Condition your mind to give unconditional love. Nowadays, what has happened? Just we are saying, I'm so busy, just I'm busy, work life balance, I have to look this, I have to look that, so many meetings, I have targets, so I don't have any time. But condition your mind to give unconditional love. Why? Because we have forgotten to give unconditional love. Actually, what is love? Love is the most misused and misguided word nowadays in today's world. Love is not physical relationship. Love is very pure feeling of the soul, very pure feeling of spirituality. And what is love? Love is equal to understanding plus respect plus care. That is called love. Now, what we are supposed to do, wherever I am, whether I'm in the family, whether I'm in the office, in the friends, with the friends, I just have to give everyone unconditional love. Can I understand others? Can I understand others' feeling? Can I speak with them very nicely in a very loveful way? Yeah, I'm saying loveful way. You know, many times during this journey of life, facing with the situation, coming across with so many negative situations, we have just forgotten to love others, to love ourselves. And sometimes, don't you feel that we have become a little bit harsh in our words? We have become bitter in our words. We have become dried. And so, condition your mind to give unconditional love. Just try. What is the effect? You know, our heart is the center of emotion of love and security. When it doesn't get love, when I don't love myself, when I don't think that I'm receiving love from others, automatically it affects on the heart. So it's very important. The first thing, I have to love myself unconditionally. But to love thyself means what? I have to accept myself as I am. When I start to accept myself, the journey of my life as I am, I start to love myself. I start to love my life. I start to love the people into my life. I start to love the situations into my life. And of course, I start to love God and I start to love everyone. There is no space for complaining. There is no space for giving, what can say, blame to anyone because I love myself. I love my life. And naturally, the person who loves himself or herself, that person will automatically spread that love with others also. And this is love is the best medicine for healing, for heart, for your health, everything. Next thing is important. Many times we just think about ourselves, I'm so perfect. So I do whatever I do with too much perfection. So I can't commit any mistake. But sometimes we commit mistake, and that time there's so much guilt inside. How can I commit mistake? How could I make this mistake? And that time, that type of feeling of guilt, that is very dangerous. A feeling of negativity towards the self, that is highly dangerous. One thing is important. There always eraser on the pencil of chairperson. There is eraser on the pencil of chairperson. Yes, I committed mistake. I accept it. It doesn't matter. I am not God. So I may commit a mistake. So what? But what I am supposed to do, I have to accept that mistake and I don't have to rate myself because of the mistake. Because when I think about my mistake again and again, again and again, can my mind be peaceful? How can I get sound sleep? How can my heart be at love? Because I'm blaming myself. Better accept your mistake and respect yourself. And of course, just tell to your mind, okay, it doesn't matter. I will correct myself. Not only I will correct myself, but I forgive myself. I forget that mistake. You know, peace of mind will come when we will forgive and we will forget. Peace of mind, it will come when we will forgive us, others also. We will forget our mistakes, others also. And so just let go. Let go. Life becomes very easy, very easy. It goes very smooth. Many times we just keep on holding those mistakes, others, ourselves, for 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, and life's journey is just going on with the burden of those mistakes. Let go and just come in front of the people with a fresh mood, with a fresh perspective, with a positive perspective. This is very, very important. Besides that, one more important thing, and I have to use more of values into my life. Many times we are just very technical people. All the times we are what can say working with technology, but we have forgotten inner technology. And that inner technology is I am a spiritual energy. I am not just a body being. I'm a divine energy. And that divine energy has 7 virtues: knowledge, purity, peace, love, bliss, happiness, power. I have to utilize all of them whenever you want, whenever you feel that, yes, in my work life, in my life. Tell me, when did you use the virtue of peace into your life? When did you use the virtue of bliss or happiness into your life? When was the recent time? You know, all these seven virtues have medicinal properties. The more we use them, on daily basis we use them, we are the first one who experience them. We are the first one who benefit. And yes, when we fill ourselves with those virtues, with those values, naturally, we will spread these virtues into our day to day activities, with our contacts, everywhere. See, these virtues, they are part of our personality, inner personality and outer personality. Simple. Can I ask myself if I'm thinking about somebody, can I think in a peaceful way? Can I think in a very patient way? Yes, that's important. I can use the virtue of knowledge. What is knowledge? Knowledge means it's not Google information. Knowledge, it means understanding. If somebody has done wrong, instead of putting label on that person, can I try to understand that person? Yes, try to understand that person. And yes, you will come to know many things. And you won't label anything to that person. You won't create much thoughts, many thoughts. Yes, in this way, I can keep the status of my mind as my DP of my mind, peaceful mind, happy mind. That's into my hand. So I just have to use all those virtues. Whenever I'm speaking, can I use happiness? Can I use love into my words and see what happens? Because all those emotions, see, when there is lust, anger, attachment, ego, jealousy, fear, laziness, greed, all those negative emotions, when they create negative impact on our health, on our performance, so positive emotions, love, knowledge, peace, bliss, power, happiness, joy, all these create positive energy. And that positive energy has so good impact on our body, relationships, and performance. Yes. So whenever you are happy, you can work for more time. Whenever you are happy, you don't feel tired. You feel very light. You feel very light. You don't feel exhausted. You feel energetic because you are happy. But whenever you are stressed, you feel tired. Just think, suppose you are in an office and you are working, you are completing your project, and you are so stressed. So by the time you reach to your home, that time you are exhausted. You just sit and you watch TV, and then you feel again you are what type of energy now you are absorbing by watching the news, the negative energy. Now your whole energy is totally exhausted. And now you don't have that feeling to talk to any family member. You say, I just want to sleep. Why? There was stress, there was tension. So you feel tired, you feel exhausted. So you lost that day. That day you missed the opportunity to talk with your family members, to talk to your children. So you were exhausted. But the other side, when you are working with these positive values, happiness, joy, with a peaceful mind, stable mind, your energy level will be always there. When you will come back to home, there will be energy. You will be light. You will be eager to meet your family member. You will be eager to share the things. That's the difference. Now, how I can rest my mind more? Of course, we can take a little stop, or just I say, we can practice, we can exercise, just jam. You know what is jam? Just a minute. Yes, just a minute. What we are supposed to do in every hour, just take out break of 60 seconds, just 1 minute. Don't carry on for hours and hours. Just take break after every hour, and that should be for just for 1 minute. What I'm supposed to do, stop, check, and change. Check what's going on with him. Is there any kind of anxiety? Is there any kind of nervousness? Okay, just I have to remove that. And just change. Give yourself one thought. I am a peaceful being. I am a peaceful being. I am full of peace. I radiate the rays of peace into my whole body. Simple. How much time it will take? Just 1 minute. So it's a very good break as we take coffee break, lunch break. So this is break. You can practice when you are on your table, in your office, no problem. But really, that will maintain your energy level. To maintain our energy level is very important. Otherwise, if majority of the times I give that type of feeling to people, I'm stressed, I'm busy, I'm angry, I'm disturbed, I'm not happy. So, what are you going to label the journey of your life? When you will be happy, when you will be peaceful, when you will be positive. Can you give that date? We can't give guarantee of next moment. Let me label this moment as my day. And whatever happens into my life, whatever happens, it doesn't matter. I have to spend my whole day with zeal and enthusiasm. That I have to tell to my mind again and again. I have to remind myself again and again. This will be the label of the name of the theme of my journey of my life. So if we take such type of breaks, so automatically our mind, it will get very good rest. There will be slow speed of thoughts. My thoughts will be slowed down. And yes, there will be a kind of awareness will come. Many times we miss so many things. Many times we just miss to see the happiness, to feel the happiness, to test the happiness, to experience the happiness which is around us. We are just into, I want to finish this, I want to finish that, I want to do that, I want to complete that, and just we are running after just according to. So I have to take care of my thoughts. So what I'm supposed to do, just be aware of everything. Develop that awareness. What kind of awareness? You are just, we all are meeting through this webinar. You are just listening to me. So just be aware of each and every word. Don't think about anything. Don't think about what's after the webinar, what I'm supposed to do. Just stop. Just enjoy this present moment. Be aware of this listening. When you are eating, be aware of your food, how colorful it is, how tasty it is. And this food is really going to give you the energy to your body, to your mind. When you are talking to someone, when you're talking to any person, just be aware. about your thoughts, your expressions, your words, and just listen to that person. When that person is talking to you, listen to that person, just remaining in present. When you are taking a walk, just be aware of your walk. Be aware about the nature which is around you. That's very important. Though it's on daily routine to see everything, but still, can I just enjoy the what can I say the diversity of the colors, the shapes, the flowers, the leaves, the nature, and yes, that gives the positive energy that fills the mind with the positive energy. Whatever you fill your mind with, that's going to come out of. So take care what you are filling your mind with. And yes, there are so many signals, so many number of opportunities to fill my mind with so much, what can say, uh, diversities, so much different types of people, different types of personalities, different types of situations. And in this way, I can just train my mind. The last one I will just say about, can I train my mind for zero thinking or less thinking? I will say zero thinking. We are so much habitual, we are so much used to every time give comment for every person, pass a comment, or every time just what can I say, give decision about how that person is good, how that person is not good, that person is bad, the situation is not good, that situation was good, that person should have done like that. Every time we are just giving our opinions, our judgments. What do you think? Are they really helping you? Are they really helping people? Or who is suffering from that? Myself. Not everywhere my suggestions are demanded or required. Not every place demands my suggestion, my opinions, and not every person demands my suggestion or opinion. What can I do? See the things as they are, not as you are. See the things as they are, not through other person's perspective, not through other person's assumption. See the things as they are and not according to your assumptions, not according to prejudiced minds. So how I can see the things, how I can see the situations, how can I see the people? Just no comments, no opinions, thoughts which are beyond like and dislikes, thoughts which are beyond appreciation and criticism, thoughts which are beyond what we can say honor and insult. These are the thoughts which conserve the energy of the mind, energy of the soul, and which creates silence in the mind, and then peace flourishes, and then creativity. It just happens. So, can I become non-judgmental when I'm not required, where my opinion is not required? It doesn't have any value. Just be non-judgmental. Don't create any thoughts. Just enjoy the scene. Just enjoy the behavior of that person. Just observe. Just observe. And what will happen? Yes, I will give rest to my mind. The more I rest, the more I give rest to my mind, the more my mind will become powerful. It will become aware of each and every single thought. And you know what will happen? Then every single thought, it will become just positive, purposeful, powerful. And yes, that every thought, it will just, what can say, bring whatever your wish is there. It will bring that wish into true. So we can rest our mind, and it's whose responsibility? It's my and my responsibility. No one can take responsibility of my mind. It's only me who can give rest to mind, who can make it sure that yes, my mind is happy, yes, it's stable. From it, I can bring it from hurt to healing. I can make it from stressful to stress free. I can bring my mind from pressure to pleasure. It's only my duty, my responsibility. So take care of your mind. We have to take care of our mind. We have to take care of others also. And of course, for that, our mind balance. And for that, meditation is one of the best tool. Meditation, there are a number of meditation in this world. I will see. There are 3, 4 types of meditation. They are very effective. And one of them is Raj Yoga meditation. Raj Yoga meditation, which just relax your mind. And when your mind is relaxed, the speed of thoughts just slows down. When the speed of thoughts slows down, there is a gap. The gap between two thoughts increases. And I become more aware about each and every single thought which I create. So automatically, when I am aware about my thought, I'm very much conscious about my thought. Now my creation will be very good and positive. When my mind is relaxed, it will relax my brain also. And when my brain is relaxed, so it will affect my whole body. It will affect my blood pressure. My BP will be normal. My sugar level will be normal. My bad cholesterol, it will just go down. It will reduce bad cholesterol and it will increase my good cholesterol. See, Rajuka meditation has that much power. And here I'm not saying in vain, I'm not saying it as imagination, but our Global Hospital and Research Center of Mount Tabor and Brahmakumari World Brahmakumaris Spiritual University in collaboration with DRDO, they have they have research in this area, and wonderful results they have seen that what Raj Yoga meditation, it can create an impact on our health and on our life. When we practice this Raj Yoga meditation on daily basis for 20 minutes in the morning, 20 minutes in the evening, you can see a profound effect on your health. Because one thing, when our mind is silent, our body becomes stronger. When our body becomes stronger, being strong, our body is able to absorb more of divine energy, cosmic energy into our body. The more is the absorption of divine energy and cosmic energy into the body, our body, it starts to heal itself. And really, what happens? Majority of the diseases, they just, what you can say, they are just eradicated. It affects each and every single cell of the body. And yes, my body becomes healthy. My relations become happy. So Rajaga meditation, it affects our total health. You know, Rajaga meditation has profound effect on our youthfulness. It slows down our aging process. Our aging process, it is shown through hearing, vision, and what we can say, hearing, vision, and blood pressure. So all these things, Raj Yoga meditation has profound effect. Not only that, when my mind is silent, youth hormones they are secreted. My mind is silent means it is not thoughtless. There is more gap between two thoughts, and those two thoughts they are like positive. They are calming thoughts. They are purposeful thoughts. They are powerful thoughts. So when I practice this Raj Yoga meditation, it has a great impact on my heart. Blockages in my arteries, they just get dissolved. Yes, our brahmakumaris Raj Yoga meditation headquarter, where CAD project is going on since last 17 years. More than 17,000 patients, heart patients, they what we can say, they had that great impact of Raj Yoga meditation on their heart. So this is Raj Yoga meditation, a beautiful thing which keeps our mind calm, serene, peaceful, positive, and of course, it gives rest to mind and body. You know, when you practice deep meditation for 20 minutes, our body gets impact of feel of 4 hours very deep and sound sleep. This is the magic of silence of mind. This is the magic of restful mind. So yes, magic can happen when we practice on daily basis. So just at the end, I will just say in this 2020, let us practice for restful mind and resilient heart and keep your heart very happy, very healthy by being peaceful, positive. Wish you all the best. Good wishes throughout the year, throughout your life, throughout the journey of your life, and every day. Just take care of your thoughts, take care of your energy. For giving me this opportunity to listen to me. Thank you very much for participating in this webinar. Thanks to organizers of this webinar, and thank you to all this beautiful global family. Om Shanti. So let us practice for a peaceful mind, a very beautiful, just small exercise. Today, we all will experience peace of mind. And for that, just relax yourself, that aura of peace around your body. I am a peaceful being. I am a peaceful being. Yes, you can open your eyes. Om Shanti. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Didi. That was a wonderful meditation experience, and we instantly feel the magic as we practice it. So I request people on the webinar to ask any questions if you have, and we have a fortune of having direct access live with Sarita Didi right now for next 10 minutes or so. So if you're not comfortable typing, feel free to use your audio. We'll unmute you. Raise your hand on the hand icon and Praful Bhai would help us. Okay, so there is a question from Brother Praful on this webinar, and he says,
Okay. Yes.
when we've started
Yeah.
the day very well, and in meanwhile, in part of the day when you're being put under stressful situations, how will you regain your conscious to make all the decisions about those thought process which you have suggested? So he's saying that how do you regain your conscious again, because you're already under the stress through the day, in between some situation came. So what exactly should we do um, to make
Uh,
regain
yes.
center?
I had given one tip of jam. So, jam is just a minute, right? So, in every hour, I have to take a break of 1 minute. Now, in 1 minute, what I'm going to check? In 1 minute, I'm going to check whether I'm stressed or not, whether there is any type of anxiety, nervousness. So, why is there? So how I can remove that anxiety and that nervousness? So when I become aware of my anxiety, my stress, so I can remove that no, I have to now, again, next activity I have to do with lots of enthusiasm, and I have to remove this thought, I have to replace this thought, I have to reframe my thought. So in this way I can again regain my that conscious of pleasant mood, I can regain my conscious of happy being. So it demands your practice of every hour. That will really give you, that will really help you to gain that consciousness. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. I hope that answers Brother Praful's query. There is Dr. Amrita. She's saying, how can one deal with feelings of extreme loneliness?
We have to deal with loneliness. And the first thing, when we don't talk to anyone, or suppose we are so much busy in our daily routine that we haven't paid attention to build up relationships, to build friendships, or if my relations they are not so good with family members also. So one thing I have to take one thought into my mind, that yes, I have to talk to, I have to develop my relationships. So how I can develop my relationships? Pick up the phone. If you want to talk to people, just you can call a friend, you can call anyone. Second thing, you can go and you can meet people. You have to take interest in their life also, because sometimes we think that oh, I don't have time for the other people. I don't have interest in others' life. But really, if you want to deal with loneliness, you have to be with people. You have to give time to them. You have to participate in their functions. You have to, what can say, uh, uh, give them greetings of their special occasions, and accordingly, actually it is a, what can say, majority types of giving. So when I take out time from my busy schedule for people's life, their interest, so automatically I can develop my relationship. And no doubt it takes time, but let us begin with one thought, where there can be joy and happiness, and I will start from myself. So easily you can come out of loneliness. So easily you can come out of loneliness.
Yeah, thank you, Didi. Certainly, giving is
Welcome.
receiving and giving is the way of life. Okay, so the question from Nivedita is, there are daily tasks which remain incomplete, and there are many suggestions which comes from inside and outside the environment. In turn, leads to background thinking. Even after a break, it again pops up in mind. And how can I help myself?
There are daily tasks which are incompleted, right? And many things which are back of the mind, and how I can complete with them.
Yeah.
First thing, I can make the priority list. This is very important. Which tasks are important, which tasks are urgent, important, necessary. Accordingly, I can give priority. And instead of becoming multitasking, just you give importance to urgent and important tasks and you complete them, so there will be satisfaction. Yes, I have completed this task, I have completed that task, and in this way what will happen, there will be a satisfaction also in your mind that yes, I have finished this task. So it's important to create your list of priorities and accordingly you follow that things.
Okay, thank you, Didi. I hope it answers Sister Nivedita.
Ashwin brother has a question that fear and anxiety comes and goes. Fear of what happens in future. I
Yeah,
meditate and though I get the negative feelings when suddenly fear comes. So I think Ashwin means that even while meditating, definitely negative feeling goes, but suddenly sometimes it comes up due to fear and anxiety. So how
yeah,
can how can one get over?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. This is like when you go to the doctor and that time you're okay, and when you are off to doctor, so you're not okay. So you don't find healthy. So we don't have to do like that. When I meditate, that time there is no fear, and when I don't meditate, that time fear pops in. So for that, what is necessary? The necessary is to give what can say the nutritious diet of nutritious thoughts to your mind. This is very important. So if really I want to remove that fear, first thing, face the fear. Face the fear. Yes, you convince your mind, okay, what worst will happen in my future? So you have to sit with your mind, you have to talk to your mind, and you face that fact. Suppose this happens, what will happen? What worst thing will happen? So what will happen? The fear of unknown. What will happen? What will happen? At least that will get reduced. So that is one thing. The second thing is always fill your mind with spiritual knowledge. Take out just half an hour in a day and listen to some spiritual sessions. And these spiritual versions, they really, they, they what can say, they work like wonders. Miracles happen because these thoughts, these spiritual thoughts, they are just like we can say, they are directions. What we have to think, what we have to face, how we are going to face. So these are really directions, and these directions, they make your mind more strong. Nowadays we have to create, we have to build up the inner strength of our mind. And for inner strength, as we give time for our bodybuilding, as we give time to our gym and exercise, in the same way we have to take out time not only for meditation, but for that at least for 15 minutes or half an hour, that spiritual session which you can listen through YouTube or for any other media, and see what happens. Really, your mind will become very strong and it will become bold and courageous to face any kind of situations. So be courageous. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Didi. So the next question is actually to BKIT Wing, and I will take that on behalf of IT Wing as a volunteer. It says that if there are layoffs, is any kind of support from BKs in case of our layoffs in IT industry for seeking new job. So BK is a spiritual global NGO, and our purpose and intention is to spread human values and happiness in the world through these kind of workshops and seminars that we do. And to serve, as part of IT Wing, our intention is to serve our IT fraternity to prevent the burnouts and to look for employee wellness and help people through these self-help workshops. That is our main intention. But like any any group or any place, as you network with people, as you meet people, as you know people, as you build relationships, we all help each other, right? So I would encourage you to be part of the SIT group in your city. There are local retreats which are held time to time in every city, wherever we have IT hub in India, like Hyderabad, Bangalore. I'll share details about SIT after we're done with this webinar towards the end. So you can be part of those retreats. You'll get to meet people like yourself from the industry. Then we also have a upcoming national level leadership retreat that's going to happen in Mount Abu. So it is something like an indirect benefit that you get by being part of a fraternity with like-minded people who are, ready to help on a human relation basis. So there is no direct, thing like we are not a job company or anything, as you understand. But we bring people together to spread humanity and help each other. I hope that answers Lenable. Okay.
Yeah.
So the next question is from Sister Minakshi, and the question is how to overcome overthinking. Didi?
Oh, for
I think,
overthinking.
yeah, I think we can club two, three questions together. So Meenakshi has a question on overthinking. Then there is another questions as a working parent. What to do when you keep on thinking that my son or daughter is not doing anything or studying well? How to deal with this anxiety? So this is relating to the parents overthinking on about the kids. Another question by Manjeet on similar lines: how to deal with anxiety and stress of competition with young generations? So these three questions, if you can give a response, Didi, that would be great.
Um, let me think about, let me talk about overthinking. Overthinking means for one situation, for one problem, for one issue, I am creating more thoughts. I'm creating a number of thoughts. I'm thinking again and again, again and again. So I'm feeling very burdened. I'm feeling very tired and exhausted. Actually, just ask yourself, by thinking about that problem again and again, am I able to solve the problem? Or am I adding negative energy? Or am I empowering the problem? This is very important. By creating the same negative thought again and again, am I empowering the problem or am I reducing the problem? So instead of overthinking, instead of problem focused, can I become solution focused? Can I become solution focused? Can I ask my mind, what could be the solutions for this problem? My children don't study, my children don't study, the children are very hyperactive, they don't concentrate. If I just think about their all those issues, so I'm empowering their negative perspective, negative part of their personality. Am I helping them? No. So I have to be solution focused. So just I have to give training to my mind that I have to be solution focused. What could be the solution? You can take support of others. First, you just change your thinking. That is main thing. And let it be solution focused. Let it be very positive. At least positive thought. When I repeat that positive thought, solution thought again and again, at least I'm generating something positive energy. Then I can see something else, how I can help children. I can take support from any other one. And yes, I can talk to children also. I can guide them. I can convince them that how you can increase your concentration. And of course, you can ask your children to practice meditation. We have examples of number of childrens. I know one girl who was in 10th standard and she was just in her prelim she got only 50%, and her mother was very much worried how she will be passed in final exam or not. She was highly worried, and she just came to me and she asked, what can I do? I'm very much worried about her and she's not able to concentrate at all. What can say all the time she's on the mobile, she's chatting with her friends, and she's very irritating. She has become irritating. I just asked, okay, if she can give only half an hour just for meditation, just try to understand meditation, try to understand that silence power. And really she came, she learned that meditation, and every day for a month she was just practicing meditation just for 10 minutes. just for 10 minutes. And you know what was the result? She got 88% in final exam of 10th standard. Where parents, they were not sure about her passing, so she got almost 88%. So this is the miracle of meditation. So I will just what can say suggest you can take your children to learn meditation wherever nearby brahmakumaris meditation center is there, so you can take your children there. And this is as exam period, study time, so take your children there, you also visit, so your anxiety will also, it will get removed off, and your children will also learn meditation, and yes, you can see the results. Thank you very much, and Om Shanti.
Thank you very
Okay.
much. And yeah, thanks. See you soon. And I would request the participants to follow Sarita Didi on YouTube. You will find very, very helpful short 10-minute, 15 minutes, videos, very helpful tips in day-to-day life. And
BK Sarita YouTube channel.
yeah, okay. I'm following that channel, and I, take a lot of tips. Many a times it is just bang on the time that was needed for that point in time. And I encourage participants to follow you on YouTube. While I allow you to go now. Thank you, Didi.
Thank you. Shall I
Yeah.
take your
Yeah.
leave? Om
Sure.
Shanti.
Thanks
Thank you,
very
Praful.
much.
Bye.
Thanks.
Thank you.